Let's bring in retired Navy SEAL officer Mike Sarraille. Mike, when you look at the situation, especially regarding the Strait of Hormuz, I mean, Iran has, has virtually had its Navy wiped out, doesn't have an Air Force, as the president has said, and yet they still seem to keep control over the Strait of Hormuz. How long can that go on?
Well, their original Navy was actually built for maritime harassment of the Strait of Hormuz. So, John, if you look at that proposal plan from Iran, what are they ultimately trying to achieve here? Time and survivability. To them, victory is survivability out of this. And to my point, I would view what we've done in Iran thus far as round one, and that was the most kinetic round. We've decimated their military. I would actually advise the president that, given their sort of lack of reality of this situation, is to strike key infrastructure again to bring them to the reality of the situation, in that they have zero leverage. But at this point, I don't think we're going to reach what we want to reach, the red lines. No nuclear proliferation, no control over the Strait of Hormuz. It's time to strike them and remind them who's in control of this situation.
The president says one of the problems seems to be that they don't, that is we, the United States, doesn't know who the leadership is. The first and second tiers of their leadership have been decimated. So how do you negotiate with a country where the would-be leadership is all arguing among itself?
And if you look at that statement, I think we've got to give applause to the U.S. military. They did such a good job on the eradication of leaders that there is total disarray. And actually, that is an opportunity that we can seize to continue striking Iran and actually add more disarray to the situation until somebody who is moderate, yet still fanatical, but more moderate in nature, can realize that they need to come to the table for
wise course of action to leave open. Listen.
There has to be a wide open Strait of Hormuz, and there has to be a turnover of the enriched uranium and no path to a nuclear weapon. And I think there should be no doubt that the military has the capability to further eliminate a lot of the dual-use infrastructure and to finalize the elimination of all the military capability Iran has. That would be unfortunate for the people of Iran, but that may be necessary to achieve the objectives.
I guess that is my recurring question. You want the people of Iran to have, some sort of a functioning society when this is all over. But if you bomb the bridges, the power plants, the water facilities, that hurts the people more than, well, along with the governing body.
John, as a military professional, and Senator McCormick's right here, we always try to minimize collateral damage in any fight. We try to protect the innocents, and especially in this case, so they can rebuild Iran. But it may be the reality of this situation that we do need to strike that key infrastructure, rob their ability to turn the lights on, to communicate, to listen, which actually gives more freedom of maneuver for the people of Iran to potentially rise up. But I think we are days, if not a week or two, away from commencing strikes. And then it'll be round two, of course, of diplomacy to see if we can get them to agree to our proposal.
Yeah, KT McFarland, who was a deputy national security advisor in the first Trump administration, says the possibility of retaining more strikes against Iran might just bring them to the table. Listen.
Maybe I think he's hoping for, what I would certainly hope for, is you make the pain so much, so fast, that at some...
Mike.
I do. And it's given my experience over there, having fought against Iranian Special Forces, Quds forces in Sadr City in 2008. Again, it's all about survivability. They want this regime to stay intact, and they will continue to oppress the people if we don't do something about it. So that's why these strikes are critical, not only to the negotiations, but eradicating this evil. And this is a decision of good and evil, and the left is completely on the wrong side of history on this. They want to scream about the 60-day clock, and we look at precedents. Reagan did this in Lebanon in 82, 83, Clinton in Kosovo in 99, Obama in Libya in 2011. They all went beyond the 60-day clock. And we need to give the president and this administration the support to end something that has plagued us for over 47 years, my entire adult life.
Wow. Yeah, it would be hard to have 535 people deciding the course of this battle.
और Project Freedom, President Trump ने एक नए 14-point peace plan को रिव्यू करने की पुष्टि की है। इस बीच यूएस ने Project Freedom शुरू किया है ताकि स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज में फंसे हुए जहाजों, शिप्स को रास्ता दिखाया जा सके। गैस की बढ़ती कीमतें, ईरान के साथ तनाव की वजह से अमेरिका में गैस की कीमतें लगातार बढ़ रही हैं। ट्रंप ने वादा किया है कि कीमतें जल्द ही नीचे आएंगी। हेल्थ अलर्ट, एक क्रूज शिप पर हैंटा वायरस फैलने से 3 लोगों की मौत हो गई है और कई लोग बीमार हैं। एजुकेशन और नर्सिंग, आज से नेशनल टीचर अप्रिसिएशन वीक शुरू हो गया है। इस हफ्ते टीचर्स और नर्सेस के लिए कई बड़े रिटेलर्स जैसे टारगेट और ग्रिमाल्डीज डिस्काउंट्स और फ्रीबीज दे रहे हैं। बिजनेस और इकोनॉमी, मेडिकेयर अपडेट, ट्रंप ने ऐलान किया है कि GLP